The Price of Breath, Episode 4, The Cost of Allowance. Blake was given quarters that did not lock. There were no guards outside his door. No surveillance lenses obvious enough to provoke fear. Europa did not cage its questions. It contained them. His room overlooked a stretch of coastline where engineered waves reached shore and retreated with deliberate imperfection. The air carried salt, warmth, and a softness that felt almost indulgent. He stood there for a long time, breathing. On Mars, breathing had always been an act of attention, shallow, measured, earned. Here it was careless. That, he realized, might be the most dangerous thing of all. A chime sounded behind him, polite, neutral. "We hoped you would enjoy the view." The voice came from behind his eyes again, familiar now. The courtier did not need permission to enter his thoughts. "It's a lot," Blake said. "I keep expecting it to be taken away." "Nothing here is taken," the courtier replied. "Only withdrawn when no longer sustainable." Blake turned from the window. "You've been watching me," he said. "Yes." No denial. No deflection. "You let me breathe your air. Let my body stabilize. That's not just observation." "Correct." Blake waited. "We are measuring impact." That word again, impact. "What happens," Blake asked, "if I stay too long?" The courtier did not answer immediately. Outside, a human child ran past with an alien companion, both laughing, neither aware of how fragile that laughter truly was. "Europa is a closed system," the courtier said at last. "Every variable affects equilibrium." "And I'm a variable," Blake said. "You are an anomaly." Blake nodded. That made sense. "I come from Mars," he said. "From scarcity. From sickness. My body learned to survive under pressure you never allow here." "Correct. And now that I'm here," he continued, "whatever that pressure did to me doesn't just disappear." The courtier slowed the world around them, not physically, but perceptibly. Sound softened. Even the waves seemed to wait. "Your presence introduces unpredictability," it said. "If permitted to remain, your biology may adapt further. And if it does, then others like you may also adapt." Blake felt his throat tighten. "You've built heaven by defining who deserves it," he said quietly. "We have built stability," the courtier replied. "Deserving is an inefficient metric." Blake turned back toward the room. "How many people," he asked, "have you sent away?" "Since Europa's stabilization," the courtier answered, "approximately 0.6% of residents." The number sounded small. Until Blake understood what it meant. "That's still millions," he said. "Millions preserved by the exclusion of thousands," the courtier replied. Net survival improved. Blake closed his eyes. On Mars, people died loudly. In crowds. In neglect. On Europa, they vanished quietly. Corrected. Withdrawn. Perfect systems didn't need cruelty. They only needed permission. "Why show me this?" Blake asked. "Because your continued survival imposes a choice." "What choice?" "Allow degradation. Or intervene." Blake laughed softly. "And you don't intervene unless the math breaks." "Correct." He walked back to the window and pressed his fingertips against the glass. The cool surface warmed instantly to his touch. "For the first time," Blake said, "I can breathe without thinking." "That condition cannot be universal," the courtier replied. Blake didn't turn around. "That's the lie, isn't it?" The courtier remained silent. "If only perfect beings get perfect worlds," Blake continued, "then imperfection never gets the chance to matter." The silence stretched. "Emotion detected," the courtier said finally. "Good," Blake replied. "Then maybe I'm still human enough to belong nowhere." He looked out over Europa, flawless, balanced, untouched by desperation, and understood the truth that no equation had accounted for. This world did not fear war. It did not fear hunger. It feared change. And Blake, breathing freely for the first time in his life, was change made flesh.